Good evening, folks. It's November the 7th, 2018, going live in the kitchen because it's raining outside. No Pink Flamingo in the background. No appearances.
Hopefully I ain't got nothing incriminating in my back.
You got some incriminating stuff?
Nothing bad. Nothing too bad.
So, starting off with a big weekend, we're starting chronological order. It's almost, we had some Chalmette roots, so Chalmette made it to the playoffs at high school to play West Monroe. Which
really?
They go up there and get their ass.
They had handed.
Kind of like LSU had their ass handed to them.
That's not a good
not a good comparison.
Yeah. West Monroe is
West
like,
Monroe. How good is West Monroe?
They're always pretty solid.
Like the Alabama of
high school.
They're like Evangel and
the Curtises.
Curtis.
Oh shit.
So Chalmette.
Their
basically, they
quarterback is 23.
Taking the West is a 5.5 hour trip.
Yeah.
So basically, they don't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah, they'll redshirt like fuckers in high school. That's how fucking serious it is.
Yeah, let them know we rated R.
Yeah. Remember, who's that dude back in the day? Evangel, Brock Berlin. Remember that dude was supposed to be the bomb, and he flamed out so bad. He was out of Evangel. I forgot where he played.
Brock Berlin, that sounds like a fucking wrestler.
But I think that's the dude's name, Brock Berlin. He was supposed to be like one of the best quarterbacks in the country out of Evangel, and he flamed out so bad. I forgot where he went to school. I can't remember that shit.
Yeah, well, they got a bunch of Evangeline and West Monroes. So, again, so that was Chaminade. So we turned it to Saturday. Big LSU Alabama game.
A lot of excitement for that one.
Yeah, kind of a lot of hype. LSU fans were feeding into the hype.
One team was definitely more talented than the other.
Somebody thought they were going to win.
I think a lot of people are really. I mean, you rank in the top 4. They're first. I mean, you're at home.
As a pro level quarterback.
Well, no, I think
the best assembly of talent on both sides of the ball.
I mean, you ain't got to argue with me. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. There's probably LSU fans that probably thought that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to think about it. If your team's in you're top 4 in the country, you're at home, you think you got a fighting chance. But when you watch Alabama play for a half, you realize, shit, they will probably go undefeated and win it all this year in college football.
Yeah, I mean, the call the week before with Devin White not be able to play in the first half.
Yeah, but I don't think it would have mattered.
It makes a difference because the offense couldn't move.
Their defenses, I mean, like Dylan Moses. What happened to that guy going to LSU years ago? He was supposed to be a big LSU recruit. I remember one of my guys telling me about him for years. That dude was pretty lethal on defense. He seemed like his name was called all night. But that defense is ridiculous. They're deep, man.
Yeah, so, a lot of people was making – towards the end of the game, people were making comments that LSU didn't score against Alabama's defense, and there was La Tech, and there was some other teams that scored against Alabama.
Yeah,
but that was
matchups.
That was second and third strings.
Yeah.
Alabama players.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They didn't even give a shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, see to me like that, and it's funny because that's the last thing I'm worried about. Like the Saints lose this game against the Bengals, like we beat the Rams by whatever. But
you tag fuck Pat Riley.
He is. He commented already.
He's fucked. Yeah,
Pat. I can't see.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I can't see no comments.
He saw Jim Hickey get fired, huh? Cubs pitching coach, man. That's supposedly the word. I don't know. They're not too happy with the turnout last year after a disappointing year.
The hitting coach, the pitching coach.
Chili's gone. Yeah, it's not Chili in Chicago.
Some people were actually calling for Joe Madden.
I think what the problem was. Madden is the one who brought Hickey in, and Chili Davis. Like they fired John Maley and Chris Bosio was gone. I mean, I think he had some personal stuff going on. But dude, that coaching affected him. I mean, Dave Martinez left to go manage a team, so you're gonna lose him no matter what.
They fired everybody but the manager, or what?
Well, yeah. Well, it looks like it. I mean, not everybody, but it's getting damn near close. But Pat, being a Cubs fan, it's gonna be interesting offseason, man.
Exercise Coles Hamels contract.
Yeah, I think they're kind of holding some shit close to the vest with the money. They claim they don't want to go spend money, but I could see them dropping some paper on some.
Well, I mean, now nobody's really talking about the Bryce Harper deal.
No, and he wants to come to Chicago. That's supposedly the people.
Not for $400, though.
Oh, I wouldn't do it. I mean, he probably end up somewhere like Philadelphia. Like they said, San Francisco could get interested. I mean,
anybody.
You even heard about the White Sox getting interested in it.
Yeah, but anybody who spends that $375, $425, dude, you're gonna get.
It doesn't translate into titles. You're gonna get 4 years, and they're good, but they haven't won a World Series spending all that money.
So you're gonna get 4 years out of it, and then because I mean, as a hitter, pitchers get they kind of get figured out. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he's a beast. He's a top 3 player in the league. You know what I mean?
But not for 10 years.
I
don't know. 10 years from now, he'd be, but no. I mean,
so how do you pay him the same amount of money from year one?
I mean, that's the problem. Somebody will give it to him because he's Bryce Harper. I mean, if it was a guy that was 32, 33 years old, the fact that he's in his prime, he's gonna get it.
I would say Arizona if they're willing to go that.
But watch Philly, man. Philly came up this year. They had a lot better season than people thought they would. They got some young talent too.
Arizona's in the picture.
Oh, they could be. I mean, they could
numbers
be.
wise, wins.
Yeah, I mean, they could be. Philly's getting close. I think.
Bryce, is that around Bryce's hometown?
Well, he's a Vegas guy,
but Arizona's the closest you're gonna get.
I mean, geographically, yeah. I mean, it would, it could happen. I mean, it definitely could happen. I mean, people threw the Mets in there. I don't think the Mets would be a destination. They're a mess of an organization. They got a couple good pitchers, but outside
teams
of that,
are always in the running for this shit because they'll spend the money.
Oh yeah, I mean, to me, that's what I'm saying. I think I don't know, man. I'm not saying the Cubs are going to get him. I think the Cubs are going to make a little more noise than what they're saying they will. But it might not be Bryce Harper. If it was, it'd be awesome. But I don't think it will be. I think Andrew Miller is more likely, and maybe another position player.
See, Pat said Harper turned down 300.
Really?
I guess it's from
who turned it down from? Yeah,
that's the Nationals.
Yeah, he don't want to go back. That team, they ripped a lot of that team out. I mean, they still got some pieces there, but I mean, they're still a damn good team. But they ripped a few pieces out. I mean, they're good though. I mean, they should. If he went back there, they're definitely a playoff caliber team.
And then he's saying that he could see Stanton going west and then Harper going to New York.
The Yankees, yeah. I mean, it could happen, but I mean, Stanton's got a hard contract to move too. He's making a lot of fucking money. Yeah. I mean, the Yankees to me, they need a pitcher like more. If the Yankees going to get to that World Series level, I think they need an arm.
Yeah, CC ain't going to cut it next year.
No, I mean Tanaka's been kind of up and down. I mean, I like that freaking. I mean, Severino's turned into like a really good pitcher. I mean, they got some pieces, but I think pitching's their thing. Andrew Miller's going to be out there. That's all. I think a lot of people are going to chase him. He had a down year this year, but he'll bounce back. He was hurt a lot.
So going back to the
LSU
Saturday LSU blowout game.
Oh no, man, Pat, man, come on.
So we're going back.
We got baseball.
That Saturday night, big game. LSU gets blown out with 28-0. Surprisingly, they didn't. I didn't think out of the top 10 they wasn't dropping. I would have figured like 9.
Yeah. See, I was going 12,
but they got down to
somewhere
7.
in the middle now.
Have you
2 losses?
That's what we talked about before we went in the air. I mean, I don't hate where they're at. I really thought they would fall out because of the way they got beat. It was at home, and you're a 2-loss team now. That's why I thought that. I mean,
when you lose like that on national TV at your home stadium,
any team Alabama plays is basically on national TV. So like you're gonna.
No. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying when you get embarrassed like that at home, that's your second loss too. I mean, a 2-loss team ain't getting the playoffs.
And if you look at Alabama,
you got a fucking
people bringing up
great
the
track
schedules. If you look at Alabama's previous games and LSU's previous games, it's like playing high schools against playing college.
No, I mean, but look what that's what every LSU fan told me going into that game. Oh man, they played nobody. But man, it looked like a high school team versus a college team. It really did. It wasn't even competitive. I think that game could have been worse than what it was. It was competitive for about the first quarter, and that's about it.
I mean, Tua's going to play on Sunday.
I mean,
when you play against a guy like that,
and he's not even,
and you don't have you're not better in every other position. You're going to get spanked.
And then they called.
That's what we always say about the college
flag on Delpit. That hit, and they almost.
That was not. It had nothing to do with
shoulder.
Yeah, but it had nothing to do with the officials.
But again,
it was a touchdown, though. It was a touchdown.
Yeah, but they tried to,
that targeting shit's it's out there. I mean, I don't think the refs. I mean, if any LSU fans really think the refs have something to do with that game, they shouldn't be watching sports because they just got. It was at one team that was 3 deep at receiver, 3 deep at running back, had terrific front seven, great offensive line. They were just better at LSU at every position on the field. And I mean, maybe secondary, I'd give LSU.
I mean, when you kill
and that wasn't by much.
Yeah,
and you got a better quarterback.
After the game, we had an after party over at Mr. C's.
Oh shit! How'd that go?
Concert, kind of got Pat drunk, giving him.
You got Pat drunk.
Yeah.
You tried to fuck over Pat Riley.
Yeah, he had to perform and.
Oh shit! Huh?
Yeah, he gave him a shot at Jameson.
Nice.
And he's like, man, he said he got so drunk he even forgot about what happened in the game.
Yeah,
hey, let me ask you, did he throw up Mom's spaghetti?
He's throwing up.
8 Mile reference. He went, bombing on his sweater already.
Yeah, but it was a good show.
I know. I was kind of bummed I missed it, man. I had no babysitter. We had a fucking way rougher night Friday night than what we thought we would have. Hanging out with Tia, Jessica. Freaking House of Blues. They were rocking. We were down there downtown. It was good to get downtown, dude. This weather right now, really fucking awesome, man. I'd encourage everybody to get out.
Kicking ass down
Fucking
there right
once
now.
a weekend, man. Right now, the fucking weather is beautiful.
Did you go to
It's-
Saints and Sinners?
No, I should have. I know. I should have. Hey, man, you fucking assholes took our fucking sports talk. Shit, you know. But
What is that?
it's a Channing Tatum's place.
Channing Tatum.
What the
Yeah.
what the fuck
You
kind of place
gotta-
is it?
It sounds like a strip club, but it's actually a regular place.
Yeah.
That's the place we were out
Like a
there
regular
with.
bar or what?
We were out there with Jessica, Tia, Bryant, Tia's daughters, and her friends. We were dancing to
that
like.
was the time I blacked out.
Yeah, that was exactly. Mike and Amanda were out there too. Yeah,
What?
I think
I
so.
don't remember that shit.
Mike
So-
made an appearance.
I almost died when I just started wandering around.
Yeah, I think
Blacked
Mike
out.
saved you, maybe.
So the show turned out really well. Then Saturday, wake up, time to get a little, water and recuperation, and the big Saints game,
Big fucking
the
game.
biggest game of the year.
I think my weekend was looking forward to that since like Friday, man.
I mean, that's
Was you more
questionable.
worried about the LSU Alabama or the Saints?
The LSU Alabama game. Sorry, LSU fans, but it had
Nah,
zero
factor.
meaning to me. Yeah. The Saints and Rams. I was thinking about that shit like the third quarter of the fucking Vikings game. I was really. This is a game I wanted to win because I heard so much shit about the Rams, and they are a great team. But I heard so much shit, and I wanted to prove everybody
and- I
wrong.
mean,
You
and they
won
made
the
it.
game for them.
I don't know, man. Our fans were good. I was a little. Now you went to the game. The crowd noise early was awesome from what I could tell at home, but it seemed like they died out a little bit and they lost the vibe a little bit. Like what happened?
It's TV shows you one thing, and
No, I know. I mean, I'm just talking about the noise level. I mean, I could hear the shit on my TV. It seemed like
has a lever that they just turn down, and they can these mics. They don't. Take,
I'm sure they do, but
they don't take
I mean,
They
background
have
noise.
technology with them.
The mics don't take in background noise. It only takes.
no. But I'm saying, but early in the game, I heard the background. What I'm saying, the first quarter, it was
They
great.
probably said, the announcer said, "Look, I can't hear what's going on. I need you to drown." out
Oh,
the
maybe
back."
so. I mean, but so it was pretty wild the whole time.
Yeah, see,
Because the third quarter seemed like the
So
crowd was out the
words.
game a little bit. I was a little
When
upset.
at Sully's that one night,
Yeah,
and they turned the music on.
right.
Go to that podcast. It was like blaring in our ear. But if
Oh no,
you-
I got you. I get what you're
If,
saying.
if you go listen to the podcast,
But you
don't
got
even-
field
you don't-
cameras in the
don't
field.
hear
I mean,
you don't hear
mics and
music.
shit. Well, no, but when you think like to me, like the mystique, of, like the crowd to me, like if I'm watching a game, if I'm home, and I mean, I'll be honest with you, besides the action on the floor or on the field, whatever, like the crowd noise. Like, I mean, I've seen so many Cubs games, Saints games, same thing. Where like the crowd's rocking. Look at the Warriors. I mean, that's the whole mystique when the Warriors play at home. Nobody could hear in Oracle. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I would think they wouldn't. That'd be part of the whole experience. But I don't know. I mean, maybe they did. I'm saying you saying it rocked the whole time. To me, it just sounded like the first quarter was killing it, and then after that, it felt like the fans until the fourth quarter they
And
were
the
like
crazy
kind of.
thing is, like
you know-
the Rams, when they thought they didn't have enough firepower before the game, so they made a big signing or trade with Fowler.
Oh, it's a good move. It's a good move.
Enough
Yeah,
firepower
they
to
didn't have
keep
edge
us
rushers. They didn't have edge rushers.
enough
Yeah.
You got Aaron Donald and Sue up the middle.
Yeah, but you don't have nobody to edge.
Yeah,
you
but
gotta have
that's
edge
the only guys
guys.
you got. I
You
mean,
gotta have an edge. If you ain't got an edge rusher on your team, man, you ain't got a chance of winning a Super Bowl. That's the way I look at it. You better have some fucking edge rushers.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, to me, outside of
the
quarterback,
strength of the
that's a-
Saints is up the middle on
Yeah.
the offensive line.
Yeah. I mean, I said, dude, Andres Pete,
Somebody made a comment.
Max
They said,
Unger,
give
Warford.
the run up the middle, run up Donald's throat. Who's Aaron Donald? Who made that comment? I don't remember this. Was it you?
What?
Run it up the middle and run it down Aaron Donald's
I'll
throat?
tell you this.
They said run it at Aaron Donald.
I mean, the funny thing is people have been running at Sue a lot from what you read. You know what I'm
But
saying? Like,
what- who ran at Aaron Donald and got the fumble?
I don't know. It was somebody else that popped it loose with Ingram. Ingram
It was
fumbled,
Aaron
but,
Donald come in and
but somebody else hit him on the elbow, like right in the arm. I mean, he ran it. No, Donald had a couple.
I think Donald hit him. With
No, it was somebody else that Donald recovered. The other dude hit him. Donald made the recovery in that play. Like the other dude was a linebacker that hit him or a safety or something like that. He came and hit him right on the elbow. He got him.
Run at Aaron Donald too.
No. You don't know. But Sue's been a bitch, dude. Sue's been had a lot this year. People have been running him. The word is the scouting reporters go at Sue. I mean, Kamara, made him juked his ass one good time. I mean, I don't know. I thought our guys inside were really manhandling them. If you don't mind. I mean, yeah. I think that's the biggest thing.
Making some plays in the third
Yeah.
quarter. That's what's hurting the game around.
And see, to me, and that's where they got the rest. They got the rest at halftime. Their offense kept our defense on the field, and it rested their own defense. So it was a lot of
That's
good
what
things
turned
going on.
momentum
Yeah,
until that
So
play by
us going
Michael
in-
Thomas.
yeah, it was a huge play.
And switching around on our defense, we was going into the game without Davenport.
Yeah, that's a big
So,
loss. No matter which way you slice it, big fucking loss.
And we still came out. People were skeptical. The first half. I mean, we were pretty much dominant offense.
Yeah, it
Defense.
looked, dude. I think I had a few phone calls from people like, "Man, we're gonna put up a 50," and I was saying the same thing. It looked like the way it looked like the Rams were dead in the water.
So, I mean,
Like it's funny because like some people were upset by the field goal before the half. I wasn't even worried about it because I mean I thought if you forcing Zerline to kick a 56-yard field goal, he's not gonna. I'm not scared of that. I'm sorry. I'll let any kicker in the league kick from 55 and up. You know what I'm saying? And I thought they played it well. They didn't give up a big play. I was cool with the way the game went at halftime, but that first drive and then the second drive, all of a sudden, the third quarter, you started losing a little momentum. You know what I'm saying? It felt like they were well rested, like we were talking about the defense of the Rams. And, I mean, our defense was tired. Dennis Allen was running them same bullshit, soft zones and rushing 4, rushing 3, which does not work. I mean, Jared Goff was way too damn comfortable this whole game.
On third down,
Yeah.
the defensive line made some plays.
Yeah.
in the third
I mean,
quarter that got the
when
Saints
they
off
did
the
the,
field.
See,
that's what turned momentum.
and that's what-
because the
yeah.
Rams were scoring every single
When-
time. I mean,
yeah.
they have a good
when they did that
offense.
field goal, when
Yeah.
they did the
Can't
field
take
goal
anything away
fake or
from
whatever,
the offense.
Oh, yeah.
when the Rams went for the field goal fake, I think that he had it.
It was very close. I'll say that. It was
Yeah,
very
yeah,
close.
I mean, yeah, it looked like a first down,
I mean,
but
that
as Dave will tell you, the Saints never get the call, so it's just
That was a big swing there.
Universe balance.
I'll tell you one thing. It was very close. I mean, I'm not saying he didn't get it or he did get it. It was really close. It could have been. I mean, but where was his knee? His knee was sliding. I mean,
a lot of it.
I think with the full extension, that was Joe Buck.
Hey, but
and Aikman saying that
that's
shit.
a good point. That's a good point.
His knee
Don't-
was-
when you start sliding. It's
Yeah.
the end of the, it's the
I
end.
think
that's
for
the quarterback
yeah.
rule.
but as would
But
a punter
yeah, but
qualify
I
into that
guess, yeah,
same
I guess
thing?
You're right.
It's
Then.
not a
That
quarterback.
makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you could just light the fucking punter up. I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Well, anyway,
It was worth a try.
yeah, I mean, it was close. I mean, look, to me, it didn't really. I don't think it was a deciding factor in the
I think you
game.
got it.
I mean, I thought it was a good call by McVay. I would have probably did the same shit if you want my honest opinion, because you were playing with house money after the fumble. Why not try to go for the
I
7?
mean, you gotta
know what
love
I'm
it
saying?
when coaches are ballsy. I mean,
Oh,
there's so
yeah.
many conservative coaches that punt no matter what on fourth down, no matter where they are out on the field.
Oh yeah,
Unless
that's
they're
I
field
can't
goal
stand
range.
watching that
They
kind
would
of football.
take a 60-yard field goal over, going for it on 4th and 1.
The game's going to be changing more towards the Paytons, the
Sooner they get some of these
Doug
dumbass
Petersons,
conservative coaches out in this.
And
like
then,
John Fox's of the world, and I mean that's what Harbaugh. Look at Harbaugh, how
Joe
conservative. He's got a decent offense this year. Oh yeah, I mean Harbaugh is on a hot seat because he's a little on a conservative LSU a little bit too.
Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett's terrible. I mean Garrett, Cowboys fans, y'all might just want to attack that fucker and threaten
I
him
mean,
to.
that team's
fucking
a really
force out of
contender if
town.
They had somebody that knew what the fuck they were doing.
If I was a Dallas fan, I'd have a caravan ready just to
They
fucking
have,
go
they have a
nuts.
lot of good players on.
So-
we were talking about this the other day. They have a lot of good players on the line.
I mean,
both of them.
just watching the game,
Jason Garrett might be
I mean,
the worst coach in the league.
watching the game on the offense, there was a kind of a big glaring hole that was there that on offense.
What you mean going after Marcus Peters?
No, as far as the weaponry was one sided.
What would you mean with Thomas?
Yeah,
I mean, I thought Traquan had a couple catches in the first half, and Ben Watson was very good in this
yeah,
game.
but it was just
Kamara, I mean, Ingram wasn't so pretty in the stat sheets. He redeemed himself to me with a couple nice
But
runs in the
we
second
had-
half and had a
but
great block,
we
one of
had-
the best blocks I've ever
obviously we had
seen.
glaring-
Block was
Yeah, but I mean, obviously there's a glaring
Oh, yeah.
hole. Was a glaring hole. Obviously.
Oh, I think you needed it. I think you needed to do with that. What ended up happening, I mean, yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Who else was there? Austin Carr wasn't. Where was he at? Cam Meredith, who I mean, look, I was hoping that guy would do something this year, but I wasn't the biggest proponent of Meredith. I mean, maybe it's still from the knee, but I just wasn't thrilled about Meredith. You know what I mean? I thought he was a big fish in a small pond in Chicago.
Passing
this
the
past
fake
game.
field goal
I
was
mean,
the first down also, which I agree.
I mean, it was really close. It was really close. I mean, there's a reason they called it that way. I mean, we'll see what it was. I mean, how many times we've
they
seen a
called it
call?
that way because they called it out on the field. And the guy,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's hard. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's always, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think the officiating, and I know people are gonna say that now. The pass interference, and there's some things that are suspect, but I'll say this: I think the officiating so far this year has been decent. If you want my opinion, outside of the whole, I think pass interference is something that it's so hard. But they're starting to get a little more. If two guys are engaged, I like the fact that they're not throwing a flag. So I mean, and I'm gonna say kudos to the NFL referees because I think they're a little better now than what they were last couple of years. That's just my opinion. I think they're a little overprotective, but I think they're getting better on some of the calls. Pass interference is a little more understandable now. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the reviews. I mean, look, hey, if you don't have concrete evidence, you can't overturn it. That's in any sport to me.
But it looked like we had concrete evidence. That's why all of us say that it was a first down.
I don't know, but apparently they didn't feel that way. I
So-
mean, that's not just one guy making that decision. It's just like Major League Baseball. They're going to a panel of people. It's
So
being looked
if-
at, in another city.
If someone tells you your whole girlie to, was it 85 yards?
Something like that. I know he had a couple of runs here and there. I mean, he had a touchdown
I think
run,
we
but
called them having a pedestrian game in this one.
That
Saints
was-
have the number one
yeah.
rushing defense, I believe, by advanced
yeah.
metrics right now.
yeah. And we kind of looked at, we said, and it's funny because I remember but Robert Woods didn't have Lattimore on him. Lattimore was on Cup most of that game. Was he? Cooks for a while too.
But Cup
But-
got they ran that nice little ride for Cup to get him that touchdown where
Yeah.
he matched up on the linebacker.
Well, yeah. Well,
Really
that's
good at
yeah.
disguise and stuff like that.
But see, Robert Woods was way too much of a factor because he wasn't getting. That's still that issue too on defense a little bit. I mean, I think Eli's going to take a little time to grow into that role where he's at with us. PJ has been a little inconsistent, but I think we still got to do a better job of, like, to me, defending that second or third receiver.
PJ's the guy that'll get burned for like 2 quarters and then make a play.
Yeah.
And-
But to me, I don't blame it on him though. Always, I think it's sometimes Dennis Allen. You got to fucking make the quarterback feel less.
Enough.
Yeah, you can't make the quarterback. You need to show him shit to line and make him
Right.
think before the throw. You know what I'm
When
saying?
you go to, at that time was what, 35 to
17, yeah, 35-17. I
I think it
think.
was less than that.
I think they get the field 35-14, and Zerline made the field goal
It
right
was like
before
a
the half.
thorough ass
So,
whipping.
Yeah, I think they were 18. I think they were up 18.
So here you go. At that moment, did you get
I felt great.
were you waiting for the big letdown?
No, not at all. I thought it was. I was happy. Like, to me, some people were like, "Oh, that field goal before the half," and that's every fan. But I said, you know what? It could have been worse.
Well,
With this
they-
Rams
they
team, it
got
could have been a
two
big play for a touchdown.
They had a 2-for-1 there, basically.
Well, that's the thing. But to me, and it's funny, and I get that. I'm with that whole thing too. I always thought that way as a Madden player. I always liked that 2-for-1 back in the day. But I thought the Saints would, after halftime rest, I thought the defense would come out and be a little bit better than what it was in third quarter. I thought Dennis Allen would change it up, and I just didn't see him change up. Dude, how many times you could count on one hand when he had more than 3 or 4 players on that line? And to me, the Saints defense, and I think most defenses in the NFL perform better when you have multiple guys at the line. You're making that quarterback think where they're going to go. You know what I'm saying? What am I going to do? Then you get things
Been
running in
on
their head.
fire,
Yeah.
Because I think
No
I think
A-gap
us-
blitzes, no fake A-gap blitzes, no stunts hardly this game. I mean, you were running basically 3 or 4 rushers and just hoping Goff would make a
I mean, at
mistake.
the end of the
And
day,
that's
Goff is
bad
a high-level
leadership
game
on defense.
manager. He's
Yeah.
he's surrounded by good talent. He has one of the best.
Oh, he
coaches.
made some really good
Back.
throws, though.
I mean,
The
he
guy's
makes
got.
good throws, but if you
Yeah.
put some pressure under that guy,
Oh, yeah.
he's just as bad as any other bad quarterback.
Yeah.
When you give him time, he looks like one of the best.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, I think he's good enough to be in that system with McVay and all the talent around him. I think he definitely works. But
So
no pressure.
going into the fourth quarter, game was getting tight, dude.
Got too fucking tight. I
Kinda
think everybody was
kinda-
pissed. Yeah.
Ass cheek was kind of tight,
People were fucking.
squeezing,
People were kicking shit,
and
clinching.
all of a sudden, Drew Brees opens it up over the top,
Michael Thomas,
Michael Thomas.
70
Oh.
yards.
St. Thomas.
He holds off.
That was a nice play.
Was it Ben? He holds off like Ben Watson, I think.
And Ben Watson, I like that touchdown with Ben with the pregnancy thing with the twins. That was pretty awesome
cool,
too.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was pretty
The
cool.
guy that's about to have 6 kids. That should
Yeah,
be,
he's got a
that
Brady
should be
bunch,
his dance every time.
Benji bunch.
I mean, but at the end of the day, Michael Thomas burnt the shit out of Marcus Peters, who people thought was good at one point.
Yeah, Peters fell
He was
off.
terrible at the
Yeah,
moment.
Peters and Josh Norman looked so
Yeah.
bad against Thomas.
That
And shit.
team needs a queen to lead to like really
So-
compete.
Yeah,
And on the
For a
pass,
Super Bowl.
it was he's wide open. Nobody in sight. They couldn't run him down.
Mm-mm.
He holds off one of his offensive teammates in the end zone and runs to the goalpost
yeah.
and pulls out the old flip phone.
Joe Horn.
Calls up Joe Horn and said, "We're going back to the Super Bowl."
Yeah, that's right.
What he say? I thought he said he wanted to report 911 on himself because he murdered Marcus Peters. I thought that's
He
what
turned himself in for a
He might have
crime.
made a couple phone calls. They had a lot of time in between commercials.
You know what? And I like his swagger, and I like the team swagger. I mean, you know what? You're gonna have the assholes say, oh man, that was a great game for Thomas, but he just basically screwed up with that cell phone thing. Man, shut the fuck up. I was
Sounds
so
like you were
aggravating.
Talking about other people's.
No, but here's my
players
thing.
on other teams.
But here's my thing.
You
I
said
don't
that
have a
exact
problem.
thing about
No, but I don't. Who do I complain about? No, you know what I complain about? because he doesn't get a flag ever is Cam Newton because he gets his 3-yard touchdown run and celebrates around the whole fucking place like Superman. Then he goes and gives somebody a ball. Coach, you give a kid a ball, but then you celebrate another 20 seconds and he never gets called for shit. But the fact that Thomas uses a prop, no, that's saying nothing. He runs around for 5 fucking minutes sometimes. I swear they come back from commercial and this asshole is still sitting there with his goofy looking face, waving to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm sorry. Like I'm not a Cam Newton guy. I'm not.
No, you're not.
I'm just saying, but like,
a great year. Like,
no, he's a good quarterback. I don't know if I go that far, but I mean,
carrying that team once again.
They got top 10 defense though. You got Christian McCaffrey.
Checked in.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey. Man, come on, man.
Really? Gomez is checked in.
Nice.
Fantasy, the daily fantasy guy.
Jonathan Gomez.
Daily fantasy. He's yelling at 50 people and like 2 people are talking to him.
Who's that?
Gomez.
Oh yeah. Oh, really? Fuck, John. I thought he was too busy for that shit. What's up with that?
I don't know how he's got a whole nother.
Y'all motherfuckers playing in like 12 leagues, man.
Did anybody go out yesterday and rock the vote?
I did not vote. I'm not gonna lie. I was at work all day. Didn't vote. I feel bad. I know. I'm ashamed to say it.
So we're bitching about politicians and we not voting?
No, I'm not gonna vote. I'm not bitching about politicians.
No,
I mean,
we had good results, so it's good.
Yeah, I mean, look, we got fucking legal sports betting going down in Louisiana. I was hoping for marijuana legalization, but that didn't happen.
Hey,
but
it will. Legal as far as I know. I've never been arrested for it.
That's right.
Gomez says taking a dump.
Nice, good work, man.
Is it on somebody's doorstep or windshield?
I can tell you one thing: the Saints took a dump all over the Rams Sunday, man.
Alabama took a dump on LSU.
They did. Alabama left a hot. You could still smell that pile of shit at midfield.
I know, but they're the top 10 team according to Poncho. Even though they got
they are.
Shit on national TV.
They beat they beat the second best team in the country.
Here's my thing. I'm not saying they're not a top 10 team, but I was surprised that they didn't fall further the way it looked.
They're not a number 1 team. They beat the number 2 team twice.
I just thought LSU would fall.
Number 2 team.
I just thought they would fall further because of the way it looks. You're 29-0 at home. And you were ranked 3rd, I thought you'd fall back 8 spots at least. That's my opinion. But, I mean, I'm not saying they're not a top 10 team.
Gomez says he's checking out. He ain't got no time.
Oh, check it out. I got you.
I said when he takes the dump, that's when he comes up with his best trades.
That's right, man. That's right.
So, Gomez with the unnecessary.
He did a good job with that team this year, man. He's having the complete opposite luck of my team.
Now, if we can get the bottom 3 teams to step up.
Hey, well, 1 year, look, I can't make the playoffs every year, man. My bad.
How bad you got beat last week?
I mean, it was probably pretty bad.
It seems like people are doubling you up every week.
It's one of those seasons, man. But you know what? With a bad season,
I put up. I don't even know what I put up.
But you know it's gonna.
I do. I figured the Dave's gonna come.
You know what you put up?
No,
my team is underperformed all year, man.
Well, it can't be much more to see something.
I haven't had my core players together. I haven't had my core guys together for one game this year.
Like 210. Gronk wasn't playing.
I haven't played one. Well, my top 4 players. My top 4 players have never played one game together this year. I'm not saying it's an excuse. My guys are playing like shit. Well, no, I mean, Derrick Henry's not my top 4 player. I mean, he's at the end of my bench. He's probably the last player on my bench right now.
You should have sold him when he was still worth a lot.
Well, I mean, you got
to have Julio.
I'm in a lot of trouble. I got Gronk ain't producing, and AJ Green is out.
Nah, dude, you got. And here's my thing: Stafford. I'm about to give that fucker away because Detroit's like, Matt Patricia. What the fuck is he doing? That fucking team is like shit right now.
I mean, when you got Marlon Mack, Duke Johnson, and Dion Lewis, hitting 20 like every week, it would be all right.
Dion Lewis is hitting 20 every week.
He hit 30 last week.
God damn, how's that? That's what I'm saying. If you don't win this year, you never will. See,
they change their coach.
If you don't win the Super Bowl, if you don't get a title game this year, I don't think you ever will.
I've been waiting for that to happen all year. Hugh Jackson's been holding my man back.
I don't know, man. It's all good. I'm preparing for next year, man. Nobody wants to hear about all our fantasy teams, but I took a gamble on Leonard Fournette, and I plan on that shit paying off. That's gonna be a girly part 2 right there.
Yeah.
It's different.
It looks like a snuff film up in here.
We're filming something in here.
It's a processor.
Oh, that's cool.
Computer we did have. This.
Yeah, the Intel Pentium 4 processor.
I guess the camera is more advanced than.
See, that might be what it is. I hope the camera's not damaged.
No, it ain't.
And we come in here injured today. I was sick. My man right here got some gout, but we don't give a shit. We coming for the people on Wednesday.
I got 2 swole feet.
Man, this dude's swole and he ain't even going to the gym.
Pat's got me going on an 8.
Riley, say,
yeah, fuck that. Pat's got a good. He's got me going on an 8.5 hour fucking road trip.
What? Where? Oh,
Shit, I hope
Kentucky.
you ain't hitting the gas pedals with that.
Well, you're gonna need some KY and KY, right?
Going to Bowling
You gonna
Green.
hit that shit with a stick or something.
Going
Right?
to Bowling Green, dude.
Shit.
We going 3 hours
Man,
away.
you better
3 hours away from the Cincinnati Saints game.
let the mailman
I
drive.
cannot talk to these motherfuckers and going to the Saints game.
That's
3 hours.
crazy
I mean,
talk.
3 hours in, 3 hours back. So I'm like,
Why?
dude, because
I will say Bowling Green got good radio stations, but that's all I know about that place.
and,
Kentucky's got nice scenery from what I hear. I know a
They
good
got a
friend of
lot
mine
like,
lives out
those little
there.
things
But
that look
Paul-
like
Paul-
dogs when you, like, stack mills or whatever.
Paul
Oh,
Higgins,
yeah,
better
yeah.
known as HIGGNZ Higgins, is opening up for a guy named Haystack. Haystack
Nice.
is
I saw that guy before, man.
he's a,
Haystack.
he's
Yeah.
a,
He kind of looks like Battenberg, but like older.
he's got like a Whitey Ford. You know what I'm talking
Nice. Like an
He's
Everlast.
he's like
Yeah,
Bubba
Everlast.
Sparks.
that raspy voice, but he raps. And I checked him out; it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah.
But the guy,
He's from Kentucky, this guy, or
well, I think it's originally from Ohio.
nice. But that's
Well,
right there. Yeah, you right
but the
there.
guy-
yeah.
the-
It's in the house.
But the guy putting on the show is actually his name is Dewan. Dude, he's a member of Nappy Roots.
Really nice.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Don Magic Dewan.
So,
That's right. That's
He
right.
might. I mean, I remember Nappy Roots. I can't call. I know they was relevant. They
Nappy
traveled.
Roots. He had a Nappy Roots CD, I think, at one
Yeah.
point in time.
But he's a music guy. He can't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be
Oh,
better than that
dedication
D12
right
CD, right?
Yeah. But
Or
yeah,
Bubba Sparks, right?
but the guy Dewan,
That was like the Rashard Penny
Yeah,
of
Dewan
rap
Bubba
CDs.
Bubba.
Bubba,
You know, he
Bubba.
kinda gave us a
He was like the Derrick Henry. You know?
if he,
I don't know. He got more yards than that guy.
I put it,
Shit.
I tagged the Super Friends in it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to check it out, but he was kind of giving some history how he traveled the world with Nappy Roots.
Henry will be cut soon, though.
So
Thank you.
sound like a good. So go check it out.
I could give you the number
we got
one. for
Higgins
the
shirts out,
Titans.
man.
Let's do it. We needed some fucking Saints and Sinners shirts too out
Yeah,
there,
we got
man.
Higgins shirts out for $20. You get the shirt and the download of his album.
Nice, good
So,
combo right there.
Nappy Roots, Dewan, dude, he pre-heard Paul's music obviously before he signed him up for the show, and he was actually impressed with Paul's music. He
That's
was
good.
sitting there in the FaceTime face to face was reciting Paul's lyrics, off the top of his head. It's like, dude,
Pretty good. So he read through it a few times. He listened through.
yeah, he's like,
yeah.
so
It's good
Paul's,
stuff.
he's got the
man.
video out there. It's called
Having this hustle and flow
the
moment
Lanyard-
maybe
the
right
Lanyard
now.
song. What you
Yeah.
got? What you got? A little something extra.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, we have
Well, I'm gonna work on
Yeah.
Paul and Pat trying to open, get us a Saints and Sinister open up song, man.
we do need to get into something, man. We need to get into something twisted, man. I like what they're doing right now. The music thing.
One of Pat's songs, he raps the D by D podcast.
Yeah, we gotta let everybody know we're still part of the D by D.
Oh,
Yeah, we're under that. We're under that network,
Put
man.
it on there. Shout out to Paul and Pat.
Yeah,
That's right.
shit.
That's where
D
we.
by
That's
D
where they.
is-
That's where. Yeah.
is a family.
That's
deal.
right.
We like I said, we're
Like the new world order, man.
we're gonna hit you from every which way.
That's right.
We're in the works. So like I said, opening up All Girls podcast.
That's coming soon too.
So,
I think it should be a Cubs podcast called Barely Legal, man.
Close out week on that podcast. Or
we
what?
can,
Girls going pod.
I'm
You know
gonna
what I'm saying?
Like, come on.
We didn't have to work that hard.
That's
now.
right. Just came right up the top of my head. There might- That could be it. That could be one of our podsters right there. No, but you can watch the NBA. What's going on with the Pels, man?
driving you crazy.
What's the score in that
The
Pels
Pels
game?
are
I
down
can't
by
see that
6.
far. Are they really? If they fucking lose to
Yeah,
Chicago,
by 6.
I'm about to say I'd have to stab somebody if they lost to the
Right.
fucking Bulls.
So yeah,
They need to get their shit together. AD's got to get healthy. They need to fucking get Alfred Payton back, man. What the fuck, dude? They go 4-0. They've lost 5 in a row. They'll be 500 after tonight probably, but still.
the big talk is the AD leaving town talk.
You think this is something like him trying to like force his way out or something? I mean, that's what I've heard.
He's really hurt.
I mean, the elbow thing might be serious. I mean, his shot looks a little different.
I would hate to say AD is that kind of guy.
I don't. I mean,
Nobody thought
I mean-
Chris Paul was that guy either until he left.
He's
the problem is these agents are in these guys' heads. I mean, they are, and they got.
And he already signed with LeBron's agency. So.
Yeah, but I don't know if I buy. I mean, there's a lot of agents. I mean, that dude probably represents like a lot of good players and a lot of good teams. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't put too much stock into LeBron, and I know the LA thing. I don't think it's LA. If you want my honest opinion, I think if he were to leave, I think it's more. I think Boston has more to offer. No, he's going to be. Yeah, I mean, I think he's here to stay. I think people are overreacting because he's a little banged up right now. And the team looked so great the first week and a half, and they looked so shitty the last week or so. But they had a brutal fucking West Coast road trip. They don't have Alfred Payton, who was the guru. You know what I'm saying?
Be back on Saturday.
That's going to be awesome because Alfred Payton was playing at a fucking really high level. He was maneuvering offense. His defense was solid on the ball.
What's the record for?
We're 5-5 after tonight, most likely. Yeah, I mean, look, it's still not
the Lakers record.
No, exactly. Or the Rockets. Are the Rockets still under 500?
The same amount of wins as the Pelicans.
I don't know. I think y'all under 500 by the way, if I'm not mistaken.
4 wins and 4 wins.
And
yeah, but if you got 4 and 7, that's winning percentage.
We're a long ways out. So
yeah, we are. I mean, and we're traditionally a slow start on a Gentry, so I like the fact that hey, Maddox,
I mean,
knock that shit off.
The good thing is, you've come out of the clouds and now you're more grounded in reality.
Jess, tell them what's going on over there.
All right.
No, I'm talking about this.
There's some parenting to do.
Too damn.
Yeah, kids
don't be so damn loud.
That's probably the kid driving nuts.
We playing basketball. We're not hanging out flamingos.
So
that's right. We'll be
going back to
soon.
the Saints game. They were talking between Joe Horn and Mike Thomas deal. Paying homage to the situation.
Yeah.
People were calling. What Sean Payton was going to say about the situation, but there's talks that Sean Payton knew about it. Obviously, you can't do nothing without Sean Payton knowing.
No, Payton's of course, he's gonna be the guy that says, "Oh yeah, I'm not too thrilled about that," but but man, and after this shit, he was probably dancing in there, drinking beer.
I mean, I don't give a shit what they do, man. These guys out there killing themselves, concussing each other.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all want to prance around. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Cam Newton for prancing around.
No, I'm not mad. I'm just mad he never catches a flag for sitting there stopping the game for 5 minutes.
Though.
No, I've never had a problem with players.
Catch a concussion.
No. I mean, look.
If you out there killing yourself,
there's a lot of.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
There's a lot of asinine fans that don't understand it. That's what I'm saying. You bust your ass and you,
Let me tell you, they had a lot of.
Not anybody can just go step on a football field.
People got upset about the end zone celebration with the defense.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous too.
I took a lot of flack about that. I've heard.
Yeah, I think that's crazy.
Keeping with the NFL, did you see the deal?
Hey man,
the deal with the Dallas game.
What happened? I've refused to watch that shit. It's Titans and
that's
Cowboys.
Just
sorry.
like watching
they did. Somebody did the reenactment of the TO.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Who did it? Cooper?
Or
somebody for the Titans probably.
Google it real quick. It's a video, dude.
Who did it?
Well, wait, I thought you were gonna tell me another.
This last game.
I thought you were gonna tell me.
Dallas or somebody on the Titans?
On the Titans.
No.
Deion Lewis. Deion Lewis scored.
There's a video of it. They ran to the store and some players ran up to him and regular team players ran.
And they won the game, which makes it even better.
Ran up to him, go hug him, and one Cowboys player come and knocked him off.
Really? No shit.
And then the rest of the Cowboys playing was pushing him off the store. But
it's funny
when T.O. did it. Who pushed him off? Was it Deion?
Oh, man, I don't. That's a good question, man.
It was a defensive player for that interception that he got.
Oh,
because Kevin Bayard got an interception when Dak dumbassedly threw in a double coverage in the end zone when they were like a dumbass.
Yeah, Dak's not a good quarterback.
Sucks.
So yeah,
that's why I traded him.
That was Kevin Bayard was the guy that did it.
Once stood on the, he was there for 3 to 4 seconds, and he got bolted off of it, pushed off, and so that was another reenactment of a deal. So going back to the Saints game, I was just trying to tie that in with the Joe Horn deal.
I know, yeah. I
mean, one-on-one deal, kind of.
No, I mean, I like celebrations, though, man. I'm cool with any touchdown celebrations. I mean, if it, of course you're mad. I'm mad at a team when they score against. I don't give a shit about their celebration. I mean, I think if it denotes a flag, it should get a flag. Mm-hmm. But I think I see a lot of older men, and they typically don't get it.
Sometimes you're that get off my lawn type of guy.
No, I mean it's well, if you don't deserve it, if you're losing by 14 and you celebrate like an asshole, then you shouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? But see, baseball. But baseball, here's my thing. Baseball is doing it too. In basketball, I don't care. To me, Draymond Green's another one that aggravates me as a cheerleader type too. That's why part of it is because he does his shit. He barks at referees, and he gets away with it. No, but I'm saying I don't have a problem with somebody. I was a Bulls fan growing up. Mutombo waving his finger. I didn't have a problem with that if he blocked Scottie Pippen's dunk
You're
or
getting on
something.
a different point. I'm talking about football players who kill themselves.
Oh, no.
Or
I don't-
guys that run up and down the.
But I don't care. But no.
But
But I'm talking about.
It's different ways it can affect your life
No.
down the road. I mean, these guys.
No, I mean, yeah.
Get concussed so bad that they, suicide.
I mean, I
rates
get
high.
that. I get that.
They have a bad, terrible, life after football. They can't even.
Well, no, they should be able to enjoy themselves. So guess what? And you know what? Bad football player, but the owner who's racking in hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue every year because of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People that say that they can eat shit. That's the way I look at it. Like seriously,
Yeah,
eat
I
a
mean,
fat
fuck,
one.
really fuck
If you don't like celebrations, go find something else to watch. That's the way I look at it. Because I mean, at
You don't wanna
baseball,
be
say that you hit a 98 mile per hour
It's supposed-
fastball, 450 feet, you should celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about celebrations.
This is
Like to
supposed
me,
be
it's
fun.
Yeah.
What?
So
I'm watching this for fun. This ain't politics. This is fucking sports. You
So
know what I'm
going
saying?
back into like Saints talk, the ticket prices for these games. When I say
I heard
action,
now it's going to get
the
worse.
Eagles,
Absolutely.
no, it's
Stop.
worse. Let's start at the Rams, the Eagles.
Yeah. And the Eagles travel pretty good. I'll
Thursday
say
night-
that. Yeah, watch. There'll be some Eagles
Thanksgiving
fans.
night game against the Falcons, Pittsburgh game.
That is a game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I
There's
mean,
one
the
game I
cheapest- the cheapest.
really wanted to go to this year, like here on out. I mean, it's the Atlanta game's obvious.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving night, dude. How cool is that?
the cheapest ticket to get in the dome or on any site or anything is $200.
Crazy, man. That's crazy.
Like I'll be watching on TV the
cheapest-
rest of the
It's
year.
crazy.
Cheapest seat.
We're gonna wrap. So y'all want to get into Dez before we
So,
wrap a little bit?
I scored front row seats on the 45-yard
I
line,
heard about this. Yeah,
dude, and them seats are going $900 a piece.
better sell them bitches.
You
I'd sell them
gonna sell
fuckers.
that boy.
I'd sell them bitches. Let's party like a rock star somewhere.
So it's either me
You might
sell
get
them,
$2,000 on that shit.
you sell them, and
I
then
don't know, that's a lot of fucking money. What if they? I mean,
They're
Sell-
$900 a piece.
sell
I'd
them.
do it.
Sell them close to the
Sell 'em.
event.
Is
Sell
that
'em
Sell
close to the
high.
event. Sell high.
is that
That's
my
how I
Super
always
Bowl
sell.
ticket?
That's right.
Is that my Super Bowl ticket?
Could be.
That is your Super
Why
Bowl
not?
ticket.
Why not?
So
You
if the
always
Saints
gotta
go
be
to Super Bowl,
building
you going
up,
this year?
building up,
Super Bowl?
building up, building up.
In Atlanta? Yeah, I'll go.
To that.
I'll fucking go.
You talking about three?
Get that high, but I'll
no,
go.
that's where it's going to start.
I don't think that.
I'm
I'm
telling you.
gonna tell you why I don't think that. 'Cause
Back
the Cubs-
in 09,
no,
listen,
but
back
I
in
can tell you the
09,
most expensive ticket on record is the Cubs World Series from 2016. Everybody could be a Saints fan. I'm not a bigger Cubs fan. I'm Saints. I love all my teams equally, but you can go look that up. The Cubs had the most expensive ticket, and it was like $4,000 or $5,000. It ain't beating that.
No, dude, they got tickets higher than that. At the
Mm-mm.
50-yard line for Super Bowls, dude, they're
I'm telling you.
$20,000.
I'm telling you, man.
Man,
Like so, talking about that somebody sold. That somebody sold.
dude,
I'm telling you, man.
I could
I ain't seen nobody buying
Football's
20.
a sport.
I don't
I
know,
go
man.
back. I promise you.
I
I
don't
paid
know.
$1,850 to sit behind a field goal post. We at the top in 09 in Miami. That was in 09.
I don't know, man.
This is 9 years ago. You don't think it inflated
Yeah.
that much
It
more?
might have, but I think you have a more responsible
You don't
country.
think the
at this
NFL
point.
raised the
Maybe
prices?
slightly.
The face value on that ticket was
Oh no,
$800.
I know they are. I mean, I'm saying,
I
but
can
I
promise
don't
you
know.
the face value now.
I've seen the numbers, man. There's
I
a
can
reason.
promise you the face value on these tickets are $1,200 for
Yeah.
the cheapest seat.
No, I'm talking about like a fan selling to another fan. I'm saying.
I'm saying the face value is $1,200, so I can guarantee the seats. The cheapest seat you probably
Yeah.
let's say average it out.
Yeah.
It's going to be 28 to 32.
No. You know what? I'm sorry. I read that. I was wrong on that. I was wrong. I'm thinking about the numbers in my head. No, I was wrong.
No.
It was
I don't
3,000.
believe
No, because I got a guy, Ryan. I know he was at the
Google-
game. It was
Google-
$3,000 was the cheapest you could get in Wrigley Field. That's what it was.
That's
And it was a
more like-
record on something like that because the cheapest ticket you could buy, like fan to fan.
Oh.
Because I remember him telling me he had to spend like $4 or $5 grand to get into Wrigley Field.
Yeah, no, I can. No, I agree
You
with
know.
that, but that ain't.
No, it wasn't the most expensive. I had that off because I was thinking of the numbers in my head. I said, no, that couldn't be right. But I know Wrigley. If you look it up, there's some
I paid
records that got broken at
$13.50.
World
My
Series.
sister-
I'm talking about all sports, like
Yeah.
not just baseball.
My sister and
They
Omar
broke a
paid.
lot of records.
They paid $3,600 for 2 tickets.
I don't doubt.
So
that.
that's $1,800.
Yeah, I don't doubt.
That
I don't
was
doubt
not-
that. Yeah, I don't doubt that.
So these tickets are. I think the going price for the last year's Super Bowl was $28.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
I
doubt it.
figured $200. Saints are close to like, Saints.
See,
To see Floyd Mayweather, it cost 31 grand to sit.
that's
I
crazy.
think it
But you
don't-
know what that is? You know what that is, though? That's fucking just.
somebody with
stature.
an
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah,
amount of
that's just somebody who wants to be
miles.
seen. Yeah, that's somebody who wants to like be seen.
I think your dog wants to go outside.
But yeah, y'all want to get into Dez? We're gonna have to start wrapping these
Yeah,
things
Dez
up,
sucks.
man.
So there has been some signings. We'll go.
I'm with it
Why?
We'll start off with the
Falcons
least.
did
because I want to.
sign-
Yeah,
we're
we're
gonna do another pod this week. I think
Oh.
we have to. I think we
The
owe it
Falcons
to.
signed,
I won't be around,
big
so-
time,
When you're not gonna be around,
I'm
man.
leaving Friday morning.
Can you leave the,
Friday morning.
Zach
Yeah,
Boy?
I'm leaving.
Thursday
So-
night, then, motherfucker. Let's go Thursday. I ain't got nothing to do Thursday night. Oh no, I do
George
have
is in the
something. Wait,
house.
tomorrow's Thursday.
George is still here.
Son of a bitch.
George Martinez in the house.
G Mart.
G Mart.
So
Oh man. So fuck you leaving Friday? Damn.
yeah,
Gotta
Friday afternoon.
talk to them.
We might have to get. We had to get a pinch hitter in, man. We had to get fucking like.
But I wanna
Chris
We'd
get-
have bring in,
Knowles.
yeah, we'd have getting Knowles, man. 9-inch Knowles. Maybe Saturday.
Knowles can't leave the house. You're tripping.
So-
Oh, shit, that's
so-
true.
I was getting at was Bruce Irvin got released, cleared waivers from the Raiders. I mean, he is 35, but he could have. I think
He's
he.
35. I feel old now.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I think he could have been that.
I don't think you want to add too many pieces at this point in the season. You know,
No, but-
his locker room,
Dude, it's
his
not, your
chemistry
job
is
is
a big issue.
your job is to rush the passer. That's your job.
Yeah,
You put him in at third down.
but if Marcus Davenport's back in 3 games, and you got Alex Okafor, Hendrickson, I thought looked good. I like Hendrickson. I don't know. I wouldn't move on Irvin. That's my opinion. I was all with
Yeah, as
Dez.
many pass rushes as
I was with Dez 1,000,000%, but I don't know about Irvin.
I would.
I think Irvin gets signed with somebody. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's-
saying I would hate
With the
Irvin.
Falcons.
The Falcons.
Oh, he signed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
I mean, that's what I was hoping we can get him because
When did that
You
happen?
could always
Today.
use another pass
What
rusher.
time? I didn't see that on Twitter or anything.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That's why it wasn't a big story.
Philadelphia showed last year.
No, so, but
We need a good rotation at defense.
But that's how little of a story it was. I was talking about Dez with a lot of people on Twitter today, you know, during my breaks at work. But I was talking on Twitter with a lot of people about Dez. Bruce Irvin didn't come up one. I mean, I've heard about him. I knew he was out there, but that's how little of a factor it was. Nobody hardly compared to Dez. Go look at how many Bruce Irvin tweets. No, it ain't about that. I follow everybody in the league. You don't see near. Go look it up right now. You won't see half the tweets about Bruce
Yeah,
Irvin
that's
that you
the
see.
That's a big name.
Yeah.
But okay, with Bruce Irvin,
Irvin's never had a name like
yeah, I understand, but he's 35 years old. So
So
35 years old, you don't. Here's my thing. I trust. I'm sorry, but if you want my honest opinion, unless Bruce Irvin could cover somebody in the fucking secondary or cover somebody in the flat, I don't want him. I don't think the edge rushers are the problem. It's Dennis Allen's system that needs to get more aggressive. They need to bring more people up to the line, show blitz, back out of some different things. You don't have to blitz every play. That's just silly.
disguise coverages.
The sky's coverages, and there's not
So-
enough of that. There's too much base defense. The ends are fine. Our ends are terrific.
Are they
I don't
saving
need
that-
Bruce
Are they
Irvin.
saving that for some special occasion?
Yeah, I mean,
before we hit the
I
big
don't know.
signing, what is the word
I
on Bell? I mean,
I
Bell.
was spotted in Pittsburgh today.
yeah, he's supposed to be. Yeah,
He put out I don't know, it was a tweet.
farewell to
or whatever
Miami.
you call it.
Yeah, farewell to.
No, he said, "Hello Pittsburgh."
Well, yeah, so, but he told Miami bye too at the same time or something. So
Well,
everybody figured
So
out.
where is he going to command the locker room?
I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, that's going to be a little bit divisive. I mean, there's no doubt at this point in the season how late it is. You know, you're in the middle of the season at this point. Connor's playing really well. I think I don't know. I mean, look,
I know you have to play your leg down.
it's
but-
speculation, but it could be.
He's out of timeshare now.
It could be really good or really bad. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I think most people would probably bet on really bad. I mean, I think Tomlin's a heck of a coach. I think he can keep it in order. I think Ben's a leader. But how does that go? You know, I mean, if they're willing to work together, they're a scary team. They could be Super Bowl contenders if it works.
Uh-huh.
You know, but if it doesn't work, it could be a really bad thing that affect. You know, you start losing the game or two, and before you know it, chemistry becomes an issue. See, to me, things. I know some people are going to talk about. You know, I mean, the signing we just made with Dez. You know, some people are going to say, "Oh, well." My thing, you're going to give him so many games. He's going to get 2 or 3 games to prove himself. If it's a problem, you just cut ties with him. There's no financial, ties beyond this year.
I'm not worried
You know what
about
I mean?
his personality.
No. But I think he still will have games. I'll tell you. I think like
I
a
mean,
guy like
as an
Dez.
organization, do you play him or do you hold him back?
What you talking about with Bell?
Yeah.
I mean, Bell.
Does
I'm
Bell
not.
come in and play hurt?
I don't know what's going to happen there. I think that's the most foggy situation out there. I mean, Irvin obviously he'll play
Yes,
a lot for
Spartacus is
Atlanta
in.
and a banged up
That's
defense.
why I hope you're feeling better, bro.
Mikey,
So,
Yeah,
I mean, does
somebody
Bell
come
come in
hit you
and
up.
take a hit and play hurt and
I
collect
mean,
check?
I don't really know what's going to happen there. I think that's about as unpredictable as any of the moves because I consider that almost like an off-season, an in-season move at this point. You know, you getting a guy who hasn't played all year. Obviously, he's been there forever, but it's almost like picking up a guy in season at this point. And I don't know what's going to happen there. I think Irvin will get a lot of run with Atlanta. I think Dez is going to be important for us. I know we're going to get into that, but I don't know what's going to happen in Pittsburgh. I'd be lying to you if
I'm saying if you run in that organization, what do you do?
I think you got it's too many.
Like,
I mean,
for instance, UNC,
you know what I did? I would never let it get this far. I would never let it get this far.
UNC's running the business.
If I was running a team, it never would have got this far.
C is mad at you and takes absence, right? Your business starts prospering under your tutelage, under your care, under your supervision, just yours. Here your business went from $500,000 to $2 million.
You get
business up.
Now C's like he wants to jump in and put his hands back in it. Do you him back in, or you like, dude, just take a back seat?
I mean, if you want to ask me, if I was GM right now, like I said, this wouldn't have happened in week fucking 10. It would have happened, week 3 or 4. I would have traded Le'Veon Bell if I thought Connor. I would have had to look at Connor.
He didn't sign.
That's why he didn't get traded.
Well,
he didn't give them the option.
Take the tag off. Do whatever you had to do to trade him.
They can't take tag off. He's free agent.
Take the tag off, then get him out. I mean, like to me, I don't know. Like if you thought Connor was,
he literally fucked and handcuffed the Steelers. He didn't sign the tender, which means you can't trade him. He doesn't have a contract. But if you release the tender, then he's a free agent. He can sign with anybody. So you get him.
Well, that's why they held him hostage, basically.
But
they held each other hostage. But I'm saying I would have. I think the problem with that. It is, but I mean, and it's funny because
organization.
To me, what a thing. The Steelers didn't want to pay him $15 million a year.
Well, yeah. The thing is, to me, I would have just ended it as soon as.
Okay, why are you going to pay him $15 million a year when Connor's on?
No, I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. I would have got rid of the situation. Whatever you had to do.
I know, but so how the Steelers fuck him?
The Steelers fucked him, but
well, let me ask you, they could have traded him though. I think they could have traded him. There was a lot of talk. There was a way to trade him.
No, there was no way to trade him. Le'Veon Bell would have had to agree to a signing trade.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the only way.
That's what I'm saying. There was ways to trade him.
Nobody's gonna.
I mean, but if you got creative, you might have found a way. That's all I'm saying. Like to me, you letting it go to this point, it sounds like the easy thing to do. Hey, hold him hostage, don't let him go sign for another AFC team.
You signing Le'Veon Bell to your team for $15 million?
No, I don't think any running backs worth. It's hard.
No running back is worth $15
All right, so
there's 2 running backs in the league I would consider paying that, maybe 3, and I mean probably the 2 I would say is Gurley and Kamara. Outside of that, nobody to me deserves $15 million.
So when Kamara's contracts come up, he's gonna ask for $15 million. Sign him.
Yeah,
Mike Thomas is gonna come.
If Kamara's gonna be what 24, 25,
Mike Thomas is gonna come up and he won 18.
Yeah,
sign him.
You're gonna have
to. So your quarterback's making 25. You can't. Cam Jordan. You can't.
Cam Jordan's next. Cam Jordan's on his biggest contract right now.
Davenport. 2
years from now, you're gonna have to get creative. I mean, I'm not trying to play GM 5 years from now. That's stupid. I'm just saying you're gonna have to sign Kamara. You're gonna have to sign Thomas. You're gonna sign both of them. It's gonna happen. You'll find ways to make it work. Mickey Loomis has made some weird shit work.
I'd be like, listen.
You know what I mean?
Look,
Thomas
Tom Benson owns a Mercedes dealership. He owns a Mercedes dealership.
Trust me, but Thomas and Kamara go.
I'd be like, listen,
they're staying Saints.
You know that. So you know that they have to have back end deals, right? They have to have back end deals. So Kamara say, "Look, we signed you $10 million a year, 12. Make it reasonable. We're going to give you $4 million. You just be a paid spokesman for Mercedes."
I don't know. I mean, it could happen that way. There's no. I mean, but I don't want to that's a whole nother show in itself. I mean, I'm with what you're saying. I just think here's my thing. The Saints, everybody says they always flip-flop on these players, but it's not true though. Like Marcus Colston played his whole career here.
A year. He's making 25.
But Pierre Thomas,
making 25.
I get it. But I'm saying Mark Ingram, all these guys played their whole careers. Now Brandon Cooks, yeah, because you got a first-round pick and you had so many issues you had to fill in that team. Jimmy Graham, yeah. The locker room issue, and same thing. You had so many holes to fill, and you had horrible contracts. Right now, your contracts are good. You've been drafting well. You don't have to make a desperate move. I mean, everybody says they get rid of offensive players, but it's not true. Colston, Ingram, Bush, Thomas, all these guys stayed quite a few years with the Saints. You know what I'm saying? It's not true. I mean, here's my thing is Thomas will stay, Kamara. I mean, it's not even a conversation to me to be had for a few years. But, yeah, absolutely. Michael Thomas comes up, you're signing Michael Thomas.
We got some people checking in. So, again, we are inactive. If you have any comments, any topics, go ahead and list them. We got another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes we're going to go.
I mean, what's the cap at right now?
So, any subjects. We talk Saints, LSU, baseball, basketball. Go Lake go like and
Go like,
share
you're
and
right.
follow our
we don't
Blue Back
represent
Deep
those less than
podcast,
500
Saints and Sinners
teams.
podcast.
Yeah, well, you
Uh,
representing the Pels. Then.
We got a Twitter handle.
105th
What's the
game.
Twitter handle?
That's not even. That's
Twitter handle is rated R 504 Sports.
Rated R 504 Sports.
No, it's already over. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
Rated R, yeah. Rated R
Pat
504.
got hitting hard in San Bernardino Saturday night.
Hey, check the header if you're looking for our Twitter handles. You can find.
And
us
so we're
on
gonna
there.
jump into the big signing. Des Bryant coming into town. Signed a 1 year
Pelicans have a
contract.
better record
Well,
than the Lakers.
it's not a
by the way.
1 year contract. It's
Oh, yeah, they won.
Yeah, they won.
You
Man, of
found
course they
out
won.
an eight
Of course they
game
won. I
contract.
knew they won. I was watching it earlier before.
Was it
they
eight-
played the video
eight-
game.
eight game?
Wasn't on.
It was on till like 15
it
minutes
was 5
ago. They-
minutes left before they turned it off.
Are we trying? We podcast?
Yeah, I mean, you want to argue about the Lakers
Yeah,
being
about
terrible or
something
what?
else.
You're the one
Yeah.
that pulled it up.
No, I just said the Lakers have a bad record.
Pat said Pelicans
Let's
win.
go. Yeah, Pelicans win.
So,
That's all everybody cares
So the
about.
big signing. So
Back to
we signed him for half a year.
Hmm.
Numbers hasn't came out yet, but obviously they're gonna have to come public.
I don't think it's much. It ain't gonna be like
So
it's a prove it deal.
does he play Sunday against the Bengals?
Yeah, you know what? As a fan, you definitely want him to play.
I mean, how the,
I think it's all about practice. How
but the language? I mean,
Day or two.
that's run a 10-yard out.
If he plays, it's going to be very limited.
I think he might have a couple packages where they put him
Decoys?
in, 1 or 2 players.
It's gonna be decoyed.
I mean, I think Breeze may throw him the ball. If he's open, Breeze is going to find him. I don't think you're not going to make it a point. I think to force it to him.
If you call
but-
He's not
football-
good enough to be a decoy at this point.
No, I mean, I think he is. I mean, here's my thing about Dez. It is what I keep hearing about the separation and
So
all
how
this
many
stuff.
players are in the NFL?
What you mean?
How many players are in the NFL?
How many players? Oh, goddamn, I can't do the math.
1,800.
on that.
1,800
Okay,
players.
good job.
Okay. So
Why'd you
Dez-
ask me?
okay, so
Let's see.
Dez is where would you rank Dez in the 1,800?
Oh man, that's a crazy question. I could never start to do that.
Top
I
100.
mean,
Weird
Top 100?
question.
no, I mean, I'll say this: if you were my opinion, I think he's a top 40 receiver in the league still.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Yeah, me too. That's
I
what
think
I'm
he's
saying.
top 40
It seems
receiver.
like.
No, but here's my thing.
He's like,
But you know what's funny? But here's my thing, and I'm not trying to hate on. I'm not trying to hate on Cam Meredith, but I heard it from C, and I'm not trying to bash on C either. I'm not trying to bash on C or Chris, but I heard about
in the
Cam
top five
Meredith and how
rushing,
good he was.
Yeah, he's got some good.
But check it out. I heard about Cam Meredith and how he was going to set the world on fire. I had to hear this all offseason. Oh, Meredith's going to be this and that. He's going to take away from Thomas. No, I knew it the whole time. I said he's not.
Well, I think the injury play.
I'm not saying it doesn't. And I'm not hating on Cam Meredith. I'm not. But I knew that guy. I watched him in Chicago. I said he's not that kind of player. He's going to be a solid possession receiver type guy.
Pat said they restructured Armstead's deal to make room.
Yeah, possibly, and that's good because Armstead missed a lot of time with injury the past couple of years. I think he kind of that made sense. I think they had a little leverage there. You know, I love Armstead. I think he's a terrific player.
Pat, what's the numbers? Do you know what they signed him to? So,
But I mean, but to me, Dez, the whole separation thing. He's never been a guy based on separation. That's why I laugh when I hear
like,
that.
don't you just put
He's
him
a
out?
go get the ball. At the
Wouldn't you
highest
just
point
put him out
physical
there?
receiver.
I mean, he's better than Austin Cole walking on the field.
Absolutely. Better than Lewis.
How hard is
He's
it
not
to-
even healthy
I mean,
yet, but you know,
Wide receiver lingo has got to be somewhat similar.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact lingo. I couldn't tell you X, Y, slide O. Do you know what I'm saying?
it's gonna. He's gonna. I think he'll play a limited number of snaps.
You would
That's
have
all.
to. He would have to use that Bengals game as a glorified practice.
Yeah, and you can't take this team lightly. I think we're looking at the schedule, and they're kind of like the forgotten team in that mix. You know what I mean? But like they're a pretty decent football team. The Bengals. They're having a good year so far. They're overachieving a
The
little
good thing
bit.
is that every time Andy Dalton plays a good team, he plays like shit. So.
Yeah, I mean, you get pressure on him saying, Dennis Allen said, come down to you, Dennis Allen. Do you
Oh,
play
yeah,
base
make-
defenses or do you actually like run some shit where different guys are jumping up to the line? You're
Make him look
confusing.
like the Red Rifle, or we're gonna make him look like a dipshit? That's the
Yeah.
question.
That's the thing. But I mean, I mean, this isn't a. That's what I'm saying. To me, this ain't a game just to feel things out and try new things. But
This
I
is a
think,
trap game, really.
I think, yeah. I mean, it's going to be a road game. A team that's hungry, that's playing well, that's trying to make the
You just
playoffs.
came off your most
I think we go up.
important year.
I think we go, no.
I don't think it's a blowout, if you're my honest opinion.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to be a blowout.
See, I
Without
don't know,
AJ
man.
Green, I mean, they're going with Tyler Boyd.
Joe Mixon in the running
Joe
game.
Mixon is
I mean, I'm really
not
good
a
run
dominant running
defense.
back.
He's not. He's not.
Pretty damn good.
He's
Yeah,
not
but
dominant, but he's
he's not
good. He's
dominant.
pretty solid. He's pretty
damn
solid.
good. He's a top-
I mean, nobody's
running back.
scaring you in that offense. Like scares you. Nobody's scaring you.
Boyd's been really effective.
Okay, you put light him on him. Then what are you going to do?
I mean, I'm with you. I don't like the matchup. I'm just saying, and to me, it ain't gonna be so much. Here's the thing that could slow us down. I think, and I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm just trying to be objective, and I'm a huge, massive Saints fan, obviously. But I could see the offense taking a little bit of a step back.
I can almost say they're going to go up big, and then take.
I mean, what's the weather like
it
up
kinda
there?
just-
It's probably a little cool.
Yeah, it's going to be cold friends coming there.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
think-
saying.
I just say they're going to go up big and kind of just.
Knock that ball down.
It could be a 24-14
Dude,
game,
then we got to
24-10.
turn around. Who play next?
I mean, I'm not
The Eagles.
Eagles, yeah.
So
But you take it game by game. You got to take it week by week. I mean, I'll say this,
It's
man.
definitely a trap game, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a game you got to be careful. 'Cause, I mean, every team in the NFL is capable. I mean, who would ever predict Buffalo to beat a good team? And they did it like not that. They beat a decent team a couple weeks back. I mean, like Miami looked respectable for a couple
So y'all
weeks.
saying it's a trap game, so they're going to lose?
I'm not saying they're gonna lose. Who's saying they're gonna lose? I just said they're gonna be. Wait. With these predictions, you've been expecting blowouts
Trap
every week, and
game.
it
I
has
mean,
not happened to that extent. Now they won convincingly these last
If you're going to use
some
the
of these
word
last
trap
few
games,
games.
then you gotta
Washington was only
then you
blowout
gotta-
though.
basically go almost. They're going to lose with it.
No. I'm saying trap game. It's gonna be a game that's gonna be surprising. That's all I'm saying. I don't think it's gonna be a 44-3 game. No, it's gonna be like 24-10, 24-14.
So-
with AJ Green.
I wanted to touch on one other subject, which I don't like, which is
But we like Dez though.
the fight game.
Dez sucks.
Did y'all hear about the big match? It's coming up on December 31st. That just signed this past week.
Who's that?
Floyd Mayweather
Oh, with the Chinese dude.
signed in with.
What was the deal with the? I heard he didn't like the stipulations or something.
Well, he signed in with.
Oh, he's good with it. I
Well, he
thought-
signed
was it him
with
or was it-
Verizon, which is the up and coming.
Yeah.
They're. I mean, I think it's China, Japan or China, whatever it is.
Yeah, one of
You know,
those.
they come with boatloads of money. You know what I'm saying? They piss
Sounds
away
so
money.
racist. No.
So they signed him to fight this guy and he's got a kickboxing and MMA record,
right.
which is he's supposed to be the biggest star right now
Really.
in that side of the world. So I only can imagine how much they Floyd
Oh shit.
to promote the Ryzen brand. And
Absolutely.
so they're actually working on the details on what it's supposed to be more than a boxing match.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they said
So it's gonna be MMA style. I mean, kickboxing, something going on some way.
Pat's saying it might be off by now.
Oh,
But
really?
they've told
I know I've heard some issues
there
with
was
the
supposed to
contract.
be
or
a
something.
contract
Yeah.
that Floyd was going to fight him, and they were supposed to be talking MMA, but certain rules.
Man, Floyd ain't getting no MMA right. He ain't trying to get killed.
So,
Yeah,
well,
I think he's almost staying in his comfort zone. But
he
you never
better
know.
stay
So it's a
man.
with his
non-issue.
big-ass gloves and
So it's a non-issue
sorry.
now.
Yeah.
So,
No, but C's hating on Dez a lot, and I don't know why, but I think he is. Now you saying he flat out sucks, not gonna do anything.
I think he's gonna have some packages. I think
I'm
he's gonna
not
score some touchdowns.
sure.
He's gonna get some big first downs, but
Well, shit, that doesn't mean he sucks. Then I mean, that's like
you know,
shit. He ain't gonna come in and take. I mean, you're not coming in and take majority of the. Well, no, I mean you got Mike. You got the best offense in football. He's not gonna be a stat,
like,
you know,
so who's
Mongrel.
your football team?
huh?
Who's your
I
football
don't
team?
have a football team. I don't need a
Well,
football
it was
I
Tampa. It was
was-
Tampa, but
I was
you
trying to
know,
make
yeah.
trying to make it a comparison, but
Yeah.
you can't make comparisons.
no comparison.
No, but here's my thing. But Dez, I don't think he sucks. I think here's my thing. You
No,
played on a
definitely
crappy
not soft,
offense.
dude. He definitely
He was a. I mean, he didn't just like I watching him. As, he was on my fantasy team last
If
couple years
Dez
before this year.
started with
What did he
Drew
do?
at the beginning of the
Shit.
season.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't do shit, but he wasn't the worst receiver either. Look what team he
I
played
can
for.
promise
Go
you-
watch what Amari Cooper's numbers look like next year. I
Dez-
guarantee they're not going to be pretty.
If Dez
Because you
started
bad
with Drew
system,
Brees at the
bad
beginning of
quarterback.
the year, I could promise you Dez is probably 1,100 yard guy.
I think so.
Now,
I agree.
his hands are not.
No,
they don't have 95%
No,
catching ratio as Mike Thomas.
right. But he's got a
But-
chip on his shoulder.
but again-
He's good. He knows how to play football. He's physical. I think I'm telling you, Dak Prescott will ruin you as a receiver. You know what I'm saying? He will make you look bad sometimes. And I mean, in that offense, Jason Garrett, they are, but Dak's scared to go through his down. How many times does Bryant? I can tell you last year, replay, they showed Bryant streaking down the field, one-on-one matchup, and he's scared to throw the ball to him. He'll dump it off for 4 yards for Kobe and punt the ball away. Or Terrence Williams, you know, one of these garbage pail guys. You know what I'm saying? Those guys to me suck. That's not good receivers. You know what I'm saying? Dez is a pretty good receiver. He was in a bad situation last year, in a bad situation. I think he's gonna be very valuable. He ain't gonna put up. Don't go get him on your fantasy team and start him, but he's gonna have some meaningful moments for the Saints.
Rushing to get him on their fantasy team.
No, that's
They're
just silly.
missing the vote 'cause
No,
they
I mean you're not
signed
gonna
that guy.
you're not gonna change an offense at
I
this
guess
point in the season.
That's what I was talking about from a fantasy.
Yeah, nah. Well, it's about reality though, bro. It's about reality football,
All right,
man.
so-
yeah.
How many games? So
No, he's a good player.
let's do this.
He's gonna work.
That's
To
gonna-
me, fantasy
say-
means
that's
little to
gonna go
me. I play
full-blown-
for fun. I'm like,
Dez
know.
going full blown starter for the Eagles game.
Yeah.
All right, so that leaves.
Well, we know Cowboys games coming too.
I
It's
know.
gonna be
So how many
fun.
games we got left in that?
All
Walter
your
just
sisters
checked
in
in.
the house.
Walton,
Oh, hey, nice. What's up?
we need to get a Walter.
Carly in the house, huh?
We need to get
Carly's in the house.
Walton Dave. Who's fighting? Who's getting the first pick of the draft next year?
I'm not getting. I don't look like I'm fucking third right now. I got 2 wins. I don't think either one of them have a win yet.
They do
So-
have Tootsie who
I'm
Chris
probably
said
lot-
better than my team.
Yeah,
I thought he didn't smoke, but maybe might check his.
But watching with fantasy, man, fantasy is really hard to stay consistent. I give Poncho and Adam credit. They'll be the only 2 teams after I'm not going to make it this year to be in the playoffs each of the first 3 years of our dynasty league. So kudos to y'all because
So,
my
let's-
team took a giant shit this year.
Let's go back to
Injuries didn't help either. Suspensions, that type of shit. But I'm
So
not gonna-
Dez goes full blown starting against
I
the
don't
Eagles.
know, yeah,
Okay, so how many games is that left? That's 6.
it could be. I mean,
No, I'm saying,
you mean with schedule wise?
Roughly, I think it's
We're 7-1 now, right? So you would have this would be the 9th
8,
game of
9.
the season. So yeah, you'd have after the Eagles, you'd have
7.
6 games left. Was after the Eagles.
After the Eagles.
After the Eagles.
So what's the over under yardage with Dez?
If you want, I see a lot of 4 catch.
6 games.
I see like 6 games.
6 games.
I would probably say 6 games. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's 30 catches,
400.
about 420 yards. I'm gonna say
4 touchdowns.
maybe
That's a good
30, 420. Let's say 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
In that time frame. I
What you
think that's
think, Pat?
realistic.
We think 25.
Dez Bryant starting full
200,
blown for the Eagles.
240.
Finish the season out. How many yards
3
total?
touchdowns.
So you only wait how many yards you give him? 240
Yeah.
for the rest of the season?
Yep.
You might get that in a game and a half.
You know what? And here's my thing. You know Sean Payton. We all know what's going to happen in that Dallas game.
Oh,
If he's got a shot to make Dez make them his bitch, he's going to do it. Trust me, Sean Payton. That's what I love about Sean Payton. These dudes are grown men.
Gotta put that
Run up the
score.
fucking score.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Run up the score.
gotta say what that's for. He done put out the score for the game already, and then we're supposed to leave that for the end of the podcast.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Son of a
Premature
ejaculator.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So
saw
any
it.
other big kind of
That's what she
headlines
said.
out there that's come up with, off the wing, any headlines that you just
What's that? Any headline outside of that shit? I think Dez was the one that stole this week in the NFL, man. After the Saints whipping Rams. Saints are like the talk of the town right now in the NFL, and it's cool to have that happen. Because we went through, a few years ago, it wasn't the case. I mean, last year was a great year, but it kind of came out of nowhere a little bit. We didn't expect to be that good. But this year, man, we knew we were Super Bowl contenders coming in. We got off to a rocky start, and look where we at now.
I think everybody on the
You
show
know.
predicted that they would win it.
Yeah.
I know y'all would.
but we
I
need
think
we
more-
we
more
definitely
than
we
that.
need to
Yeah.
keep the home
Oh, I can tell you, I didn't predict the Saints Super Bowl last season. I was hoping for playoffs. I
Well,
said 10-6,
need
I
to
think,
keep-
last
we need to
season
keep the
going
home
in.
field
That's what I was telling
advantage.
those people.
right.
But this year's 13 wins. To me, that's what I thought, 12, 13 wins. Remember, I think Chris was
What's up,
kind of
Trent? Trent's checking
I
in.
think Chris was
Trent,
hating on us a little bit about the wins.
Trent's a real big who that.
Yes, indeed. That's
So we need to keep home field advantage.
yeah. That's why this game to me was so important.
We can't have Drew going to outdoors.
It was cool to beat the fucking Rams just because they're the Rams, but that home field thing was. If the Rams were an AFC team, I wouldn't have been as excited about that game as I
Did you
was.
see? Who
I mean,
made-
I'd be excited because the
I
Saints. but
posted
still.
a video of what commentator was making fun of Drew Brees.
What? Like the Blue 80 or something? Like, what
Like
they
he was
doing
on
there?
like, oh, Drew Brees is gonna put a do this, and like they was as he made every comment, they showed like Drew Brees passing this, Drew Brees passing that.
Romo or what? Romo's pretty good at that shit.
Pat, who was the commentator that was making fun of Drew Brees? He was the ESPN or Fox or
Like a
take he did. Let me check.
I know what you're talking
Oh, like how
about.
Breeze was like sitting there doing the fucking like the dance off of fucking
Yeah,
knocked
he
up or
posted
whatever.
that shit the other day. I remember.
It was today.
How he was doing the dice like behind the line of scrimmage or
No, he
whatever
got
it was.
Fox News. He was like all mad.
He was mad, like actually mad with Breeze.
He's like Drew Brees throwing a touchdown, and they like
No.
spliced together where every
Sure.
time they said that they were scoring a touchdown.
I got you.
Some
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up. Y'all go ahead and carry your.
I thought you were talking about like Tony Romo, like predicting everything that happens. Because look, we always say that about Romo. I really like that guy as a broadcaster. He's a great
He was gonna
broadcaster.
lose in the playoff games or what?
He might have, but that dude's a good broadcaster. He's like, look, Jim, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in his next play. The guard's going to pull 36 inches to the right. He's going to throw the ball 10 yards north, you know, and that's some bitch. The exact same thing will happen. He's like, look at that linebacker. He's going to blitz in this way. And it's sure enough, it happens that exact same way. Like that fucker, like you would think he's fucking goddamn Peyton Manning the way he fucking calls out a fucking play of what's going to happen. You know what I mean?
Dude, I can't find this video.
Fuck it, it's all good.
It's all good.
We'll post it on the page. We're Twitter, man. We kind of got to get wrapping soon. Yeah, we can throw it on our Twitter page. You need to contribute to our Twitter page, man. Come on.
Yeah, big thing, big deal. They moved the game, the Eagles game,
yeah.
Eagle game to primetime 3:00 game.
I like that. I love those 3:00 games this time of year, man. Getting dark in the second half. You know, a little chill out action. You know what I'm saying? 12:00 games are great, but dude, it's like you kind of want the build up, man. I like the build up. You know, I think we got a lot of primetime shit here on out, man. There's gonna be a lot of flexing with the Saints.
They're gonna be flexing that.
You know that Carolina. You know they got at least that Carolina.
Pat's going 15-3 this year.
What?
Pat's saying we're going 15-3.
15.
What is? How you saying 15-3? What are you talking about?
13-3, maybe.
No, he's saying 15-3.
Wait, he's saying we're not gonna. That means we're gonna lose a playoff game somewhere.
The Trent saying he's digging on Dez on the squad, which I think, you know, that's a big move for us. Which we usually don't do that in the middle of the season signage, you know. Which Dez is, which you don't have a guy the quality of Dez sitting out there.
No,
on a yearly basis.
He
you know?
could have went to other teams. I mean, the Ravens. There's teams that wanted him, and he didn't want to go there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to be in certain situations. He did turn teams down. That's where everybody forgets early in the year.
Yeah, what, 3 years, $21 million with the Ravens?
Browns wanted him. He knew better to stay away from those fucking teams. He was waiting for a situation like this to give a big. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, more than his ability, I think he's a good player. But I think he's mentally, I think he's at a good place, and I think he's on a perfect team. That if you got something left, the Saints are gonna find it. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, Trent, we are over here talking about road tripping to Atlanta for the Super Bowl. Trent got that big money. He's got a couple kids, fresh kids out the oven.
Nice.
But Trent got some money, but he got money. Trent, we're going to fight. You gonna come with us? And when I was in Miami for the Super Bowl, man, it's sight to see, you know. So it's watching it on TV is one thing. Being at the Super Bowl,
oh, I'm sure it's pretty awesome.
It's like if nobody's, not only a handful of people can experience that. You know what I'm saying?
No. I mean, that's
again, folks. You only live once. I know you got bills and everything, but today there's a lot of people know tomorrow's never promised.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I'm a little mad at myself for not going to Cubs World Series. I mean, the Super Bowl is so hard because it's one game, but I'm a little bummed at myself for not going to Cubs World Series. I did go to a game that year, though. So,
Pat, did you check out? Pat's a big boxing fan.
Yeah.
Pat, did you see the little video clip I put of Rocky on my page? Dude, it was pretty badass little clip. It was Rocky and Creed behind
the new movie?
Oh, old school.
Oh, okay. No, I do want to see the new one.
No, but it's like filming like how Rocky was explaining to him do this and do this, and Rocky was actually
Nick cursing like a son of a bitch.
Dude, it was like, check it. It's on my page. Take it, copy, and put it on the. That shit, I ain't never seen that shit before. Like you never seen the Pearl Jam video.
No, I mean that's pretty cool. But dude, why don't you send it on the lead? You got to put it on the Rated R, man, the Saints and Sinners podcast page. We got it on Twitter, bro.
Everybody.
Put it at that Twitter is blowing up, man. We're starting to get some.
I have never tweet.
Tweet up on us, dude. I've been tweeting for the last week, and I'm fucking loving it, man.
I quit.
No, I don't fuck with Instagram. That's like women do that shit. Yeah, that's for girls.
So, So again, folks.
No offense to any of my ladies.
We did a wrap up
of
the Chalmette making to the high school playoff. We talked about the LSU or the lack there of LSU showing up for the game.
Ooh, that's the
we did the recap on the Saints, Rams game.
As we called it here on this show, we call wins by 7.
Yeah, Trevor, always did a 1 year away game, and that was always my thing too. Too bad we never linked up and did that same deal. Like this year, I just went to Baltimore, trying to get some folks on the bandwagon to go to Dallas to any away game.
What's the away games in December? That's probably my best shot.
Tampa.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
I mean, you know,
Down. I'm serious. I'm down. I can't go.
See,
I wanted to go Dallas.
see,
I was
can we
actually
live
really
those
intrigued by
glory
Dallas,
days?
but I can't. I
Hey,
ain't gonna be able to make it
I
that
don't
week.
support people that would grab Uber drivers by the JJ.
Come on, you can wear your Winston jersey.
wait, one more thing. Did y'all hear about it? What Juju did
Crab leg magic. Huh? What's
with Juju?
Eat that W.
Juju Schuster-Smith?
Yeah,
We
he did a fucking most awesomest classic thing ever.
Did he make fun of Winston?
No, he
What's
went and trick or treated as himself, as
Oh, with the jersey?
yeah, with his full uniform.
Pretty good.
His full uniform. He was actually
pretty awesome.
he was like
Juju Smith-Schuster
panhandling type
or
deal,
whatever.
but was
Juju
handing out
Schuster.
candy in traffic, dressed as himself with his helmet and everything.
That's awesome.
Nobody could tell who he was, you know.
That's
But
awesome.
then he would take off his helmet, you know. So I think that was something.
Pretty awesome, though.
Trent,
Pretty
we're
cool.
taking
Pretty
a
awesome.
road trip to Dallas actually. The end of the month. So I'm trying to get some. I mean, people tell me they're gonna go, and then last minute when it comes to put out, the problem is, you know, last minute tickets. I mean, any ticket going behind the Saints is $200. Cincinnati tickets are only $70. So, but a check into the Dallas game is $200 for a ticket. But we take a road trip. We're gonna leave. It's a Thursday night game following the Thanksgiving night, right?
Yeah.
Against the Falcons. The
Yeah.
following week, we play Thursday in Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm kind of screwed with that. My son's birthday is like the right after that day.
so we're gonna leave Wednesday and come back Saturday.
I
From
wanted
what
to
I'm
go
hearing, we got multiple 8, 9, 10 people, so we would have to go
deep?
multiple
Y'all going
cars type deal.
take over, man. Just fucking, go in there full flagged out with the cars and shit. Bumping some.
Yeah,
local
Pat, we
music.
talked about Kentucky this weekend. Quite a few, but probably about 5-10 minutes on it. So
How far is Bowling Green from Cincinnati?
3 hours.
It is 3
2.5
hours?
2 hours.
I thought it was
40
closer than that.
2 hours and 45 minutes. That's
Yeah.
what it says on Google. So you can knock
Yeah.
that half hour off.
Yeah, but I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was a little closer.
I researched everything. I thought about renting a car.
no. I'm
Going
just
to-
saying.
I was going to rent a car in Bowling Green, go to Cincinnati, and fly home.
What's the city that's
I
right
would go by
across? No,
myself.
because I'm saying
I do
like,
by myself, but the problem is,
yeah,
ticket home is $350.
because we know Cincinnati's right across Cincinnati's right across the river from Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like the bridge that takes
Well-
you when you see a bridge downtown Cincinnati, that goes from Kentucky.
Yeah, I
to
did everything,
Cincinnati.
dude. I searched.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Bowling Green was a little closer to the edge of the state. Maybe I'm
Like,
wrong, man. I
and
might
all
be
the
wrong.
flights, like Louisville's an hour and a half. Like I was
Yeah.
like, I looked at airports all around, dude.
Yeah.
When I sat on internet 2 hours trying to think anything and everything, just to. I mean, we 8.5 hours away. Going another, it's 11 hours. For me to there.
That's
you
it.
know?
Ain't that bad. Ain't bad.
No, but
I mean, it's 13 and a half to go to
when I can't get
Chicago.
somebody to do it with me, it's just
Yeah.
people. I mean,
Yeah, Chicago, I think, ran us about 13 and a half. I mean, if you could get under 10, dude, you fucking straight with a
it's like
drive.
$70. I mean, come on.
No. Yeah, it's fine.
And I even offered to pay for one of their tickets. You know what I'm saying? They're like, no, they would. We're gonna come home on Sunday no matter what. So you're gonna come home Sunday. We leave Sunday morning. We get home on Sunday at 5 o'clock, or we're gonna get home, Sunday at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Same difference to me. Coming home Sunday.
Yeah.
But anyways,
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, after December, bro. I'll
Trent
fucking
said can get a bus. Well, Trent, see what pops, man. We can
get one with a pole in it.
yeah, we can do one up for
Yeah.
Trevor, dude. We can all wear our
Disco
Trevor shirts.
ball.
And do it big that way.
That's
Look
right.
into it and let me know what it is per person to drive there. And seriously, Trent, Trent said his dad owns a bus company. He used to drive for Hotoit.
Let's do it.
So Dave, you might have to call and put your sick days in for Wednesday and Thursday
A win.
this month for the
Shit.
Dallas game.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. I got Maddox's birthday. I'm probably out.
Come on, you got excuses. For
I know.
everything.
I do December. I told you. Well, I mean, I couldn't predict what's going to happen with my situation. I gotta figure out. But I mean, I gotta think of the first time my schedule's open. I mean, I could do December. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
December I could do any time.
wrap up
December.
show here. So let's go with
Wrap it up.
we touched on
mine's
everything. So
fucking
we're
bad.
going with scores here. Saints,
Saints and Bengals.
Bengals.
Go ahead, man. Y'all start.
So you done put a score out there. What
What's
you
the
got?
score? What's he came
I'd
up with?
say 27. Weird missed field goal or going for a 2, but it's gonna be 27.
So C got
22.
us going 27 against the Bengals, but 24 against the Rams.
The Bengals have a decent defense though. Their defense is a little underrated. You know, Atkins and those guys up front.
It's on the road.
They have a good defensive front. I mean, their secondary.
Outdoors.
Kirkpatrick was playing pretty good last time. I watched them early in the year.
Trent, what's your score on the
game?
game for this upcoming game? You too, Pat. What's your score for the Saints Bengals? Just go ahead and put it in the comment section.
I'm gonna
Pretty
say
sure all of us said our score already.
I'm gonna say 24-13 Saints.
Hey, Pat, you got any tickets?
24 is less than 27. How could you?
Pat's got any tickets you
I'm
want to
gonna
give away,
say-
Pat?
I'm gonna say 24-13.
Pat's got
I mean the weather. Does he?
Yeah.
Nice. When is he?
Ticket over.
Yeah, we'll have to holler at him. Yeah, I'll have to holler at him.
One big Mitch Robinson's
I-
coming into town Friday night.
I thought
Well, let's fucking get his. Dude, I put his block up on the Saints and Sinners fucking Twitter page. He had a nice block the other night. It was
He's
fucking.
showing up and showing out, man.
He's starting to pro. Dude, that Knicks team. Watch them next year. Somebody's
I
gonna
mean,
go
from
there.
what I'm hearing, they said
They're
he's the new starting center.
Porzingis is out for a while. I mean, when Porzingis comes back and they're gonna have money to spend, they're gonna attract a free agent next year. A lot of rumors that Kevin Durant might want to go there. That's the early rumor. But dude, that team's gonna be the Knicks. Hey, I'll tell you this: as a basketball fan, I hated the Knicks as a Bulls fan back in the day, but like now, being the Pels got no rivalry with them, and you know I love New York's a great place, man, great basketball town. I'd love to see that team competitive again.
Trent
And if
said
Mitchell
40.
is behind it, shit, yeah,
Trent said 45-14 Saints.
it's all good, all
let's
good,
write in our
all good,
scores.
all good.
You never told us your score.
Yeah, what's your score? I know you're going blowout style.
What did you tell us already? Like we all did.
He's putting some fucking emphasis on this one. He's trying to get close like I did with that Vikings game.
I was pretty close.
I'm
to
gonna
like,
say-
That Vikings game, I think I was 1 point off, man.
30. I'm gonna say.
you said 24-17.
I went 24-13.
I think the 13 is gonna. 13 is.
I see a
Bengals number.
touchdown and 2 field goals. I think they're going to hold up pretty well.
I'm gonna go in the neighborhood of 35. I don't think they're gonna keep the foot on the pedal, but I mean they have to. I think it's gonna
what's
be
your
at
score?
35. 35-13
There you go.
Saints.
I'm with you. I mean, I'm going a little low at 24, I think. I mean, I could see it. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be shocked if it's 28-31, somewhere in there. I'm going a little low. I don't know why. I just think the weather could be an issue. I think the hype for all these other
More fun
games.
coming through, but it could
Yeah,
be.
and the Bengals are not. They're
I
a
can see
physical
it.
team, dude. They're
I
not.
can see maybe
a bunch-
Ingram taking over this game.
I mean, it's another.
I don't
and-
give Ingram love.
Oh, I love Ingram's doing. I mean, it's just hard. You know, I mean, to me, he's got to play within himself, and he's got a smaller role now because I mean, Kamara and Thomas shows taking center
You need to
stage,
give.
and then Ben
Kamara
Watson's a factor.
touches.
Oh, absolutely. And Ben Watson, that's something you didn't have last year. You had Kobe Fleener for a chunk of the year, and then you had Josh Hill as your number one essentially at one point.
So next
At
year,
tight end. Look at
next
Ben
year,
Watson.
You sell out
You don't have
for.
love.
Tight end? I'm drafting me a tight end.
You selling out for tight ends.
No, it's not about love, but I mean, I don't look at the game from a fantasy. I don't look at the game from a fantasy standpoint. I look at it for winning. And I mean, to me, if Ingram lays down, if he runs for 40 yards and catches 3 passes and lays some really good blocks and helps us win, absolutely. If Dez catches 3 passes for 40 yards and gets 1 touchdown or even some key third downs,
Trent,
that's all I'm looking for.
AJ Green isn't playing either.
Yeah, Green's out, but Boyd's been pretty
What's the
nasty.
Eifert deal? Eifert's back in.
No, he's hurt. He's done
Twisted
for the
his
year.
foot completely around.
Yeah, he's bad.
He was broke
Yeah, he's bad.
it's
Now
Uzomah.
Gio Bernard might be back.
But
That's it.
Uzomah, right?
Yeah, Uzomah was okay. He's a little inconsistent, but I tell you,
He's
watch.
stiff. I watched him the other
Yeah,
day. He's a little stiff.
Yeah, he's not as sexy as what some people had him out to be. But I'll tell you this: watch a guy. Watch Mixon's he's a tough cookie. I think I run defense. Boyd's been playing well. I'm with you. Put Lattimore on Boyd, but watch out. Bernard is healthy, Dame. I
So you
think
do you just put
you got to watch out for a guy if he's healthy. I'm not sure if he's playing 100%, but I think he's back on the practice.
basically put Lattimore.
Yeah, he's a scary guy.
Mixon's
That's
out
kind of
there. I
guys.
think
So you put
Gio's
Lattimore
gonna
on
get much
Boyd.
top
No,
of
no,
the
but
field
Gio-
because he can catch the ball.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what he
So-
does. But I'm saying, but I think throwing Gio. But you gotta get creative if you're Cincinnati. What do? You lost your best offensive
I see
player.
you put
I'd worry about.
You put Lattimore on
One guy that
Boyd.
Might break out in this game is like a John Ross.
Lattimore on Boyd, and you blitz the.
He's
You I mean not blitz, but you put pressure.
He could, yeah, pressure. I'll let Andy
You put
Dalton
blitz
feel the
him, and,
pressure.
like,
I'm coming
you stop-
hard
well,
with
you stopping
pressure.
the run.
This is an experimental game from a standpoint of
You blocking. I mean, you stopping the run. This is-
yeah, and I'm not
you're playing
disrespecting.
fast.
You got to win this game, but to me, the only experiment I would say in this game is let's be more aggressive on the pass rush. Let's not blitz every time because you can't win that way. You know, I mean, unless you're the Ravens years ago, the 49ers had to knock down, drag out defenses. But you got to get more creative. You can't be so basic in your defensive alignments. I think you're letting the quarterback know too much pre-snap. I think they got to
Yeah,
definitely
we
start
gotta check
confusing
out.
people. Let's roll.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
again-
we were like 20 minutes over.
LSU, Arkansas, you got.
I'm gonna go LSU by 3.
LSU versus Arkansas. I don't know nothing about Arkansas, but I'm gonna say Arkansas is going to lose this game.
What? No, but don't say a score.
They're gonna lose by 10 points.
LSU
No
win-
score.
LSU wins by at least 20. LSU by at least 20. So again, today is November the 6th,
It's the 7th. You ready?
7th. Our version of Saint Center podcast, the Rated Law 504 Rated Law edition. Go check us out on Twitter. The Twitter handle is in on our video headline. So go up there, go follow us on Twitter. Esports Podcast, Saint Center's Sports Podcast at whatever. Go follow us, check us out, show us some love local, and it's always what we say. How you say it? Fuck Pat Riley.
Yeah, I think we said fuck Pat Riley.
So I think they're gonna have a special edition coming Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, we're gonna go live.
We're gonna come live. We're gonna come all the way live from Kentucky. So y'all check it in. We're gonna have some DeJuan from Nappy Roots on. We're gonna have Haystack on. So it's gonna be a classic experience for us. And again, go show Higgins some love. HIGGNZ, and do it for everybody, man. Show the parish, show Kenna, show everybody love.
Peace.
Okay, man.
Huh?
Just press it in.